bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I put it in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But it's 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Fight, 315.
53, Mike.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Four down. Good shot.
Play action. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Sanders. On a man down, and it's Sanders. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. Back man. Waiting.
Nice, sweet home.
Go.
Alert three. Alert three. Watch the ship.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Waiting.
I got you.
Play action. Now Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Bang out, bam.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 30.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there, with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
280. Go.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Oh, try. 27 Mike. Mike, 27. Go ahead.
To throw on third down. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey. Kill. 47's the mic. Watch the run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain...
Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Play. Green 80.
53, Mike. Pick it up.
Fair.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down.
53 to Mike. 53
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check. Go. Hey, easy. Check.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 20! Down to lose 1. Lose by 7. 54. Hey, echo.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man, it's Allen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
53's a mark. 53. Check 53. Who that? Who that?
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
That's right. 215. 14, 14, find it. 53. Let's go.
From the 36, Wilson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 17.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
47's the double. 47's the mic.
Throwing is Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Rashad Penny. Penny hit and the ball is jarred free. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
47, check back 47.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Mike's 47. 47.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Wentz going to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. They come out here in the eye. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Wentz. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 10, 5, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go again with Sanders. And an alley to run. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Go. 20.
54. Push him back. Push him back.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Philadelphia.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept it a minute by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Check 53's Mike.
I'm trying to collect.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
6.
From the gun, a give to Penny. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
25. Check 25. Check 25. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5-9. 5
shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. It's brought in by Jeffrey. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it in their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Watch the out, watch the out. Gun. Ringo.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
19.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
6-man. Check cross. Slam.
25.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice hit.
2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 44-yard line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
What? 280. 53 is the mic. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Here, baby. Your trip is here.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wilson. And Allen's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tempo.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Rasul Douglas there to get him down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
What? 380. Check my 27. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
I know he ain't got it.
A toss play. Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Here we go. Back. Waiting. Check. Block 54. Sunday.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.